What's good, man? Y'all already know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? It's the one and only impeccable High Strong. Hey, make sure y'all check out my interview. It was live as hell, and you already know that it was live at 5.
What's up, man? It's your boy D, aka Mr. LiveAt5ive himself. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, man, D, hey, it's not 5 o'clock. But you know what they say, man. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, man. You already know what time it is, though. Another classic, man. You already know I only deliver classic interviews, man. I ain't like them other people that I ain't gonna even shoot no shots this early, but we got another classic interview. I would dare say another legend in the building. Been holding it down for the city for a while. Not only as an artist, but just an overall person, man. I don't really hear too much dirt on him. I ain't gonna say too much like I hear something, but I don't hear no dirt on his name out here in the city, me personally. But I kind of tune shit out when people, speaking negatively on somebody, and I don't really know the whole story. So, but without further ado, man, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man. Let everybody know your name, where you from, and then we gonna get right to it, man.
Man, what's good, man? Y'all already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's the one and only impeccable High Strong, man, you know what I'm saying? Originally from Killeen, Texas, but I've been holding down San Antonio since like 07. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is my home, dog. You know
all right, Killeen, that's up the road, though.
Yeah, 2 hours, man, 2.5 hours.
I've never been to Killeen. I passed through there when I was truck driving, but I've never actually stopped there. But
so it's crazy because a lot of people don't like a lot of people that know Killeen, you know what I'm saying, they be like, oh, you from the K, you know what I mean? But it's because they look at it because there's a big military base there.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
It's like the biggest military base, but outside that there's a little city, and it's like a conglomerate of like mixture cities. So you got people from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans. You got people from everywhere in a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? So growing up there, I built my character. That's why I came to the tone and was just like, yo, I'm gonna make a statement. I got it because I wanted to be part of a bigger city. You know what I'm saying? I knew I couldn't make it in Killeen.
Okay, so you would have eventually outgrown that,
Oh yeah, for sure. I was already doing that. Like I was already kind of getting known for music out there, but I felt like, what else can I do here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, San Antonio is a huge city. I mean, I believe we're in the top 5 in the biggest cities in the U.S. if I'm not mistaken, right?
Big fan. It don't feel like it, but it's like, like 2 million people here.
Yeah, it do not feel like it, man. It feel like every time you turn, you be like, oh yeah, I know so and so. Oh yeah, I know. Like, god damn, how you know this many people? But it's crazy. So it's with that being said, in Killeen, as far as like music goes, what would be your first? I always ask artists this. Do you remember the first bar you wrote?
The first ever bar I wrote?
Yeah. Well,
I think so. Oh shit, I don't even know. I can't even say that I do because I was like in 7th grade.
Yeah. See, that's what a lot of artists that I interview. They usually it's around the same time people start actually
like 7th, like
doing
13.
music. Yeah, start writing at least.
But you know what's crazy? I never wanted to be a rapper. I was around other dudes that was rapping and spitting at the time. I was about hooping. I loved to hoop, coming up, and I would like make rap to make fun of rappers. Like I would turn my hat to the side and act like T.I. Or I would like chill, like
just
Jeezy,
like impersonating,
and like you know what I'm saying. And one of my partners that like he was like my age, but it wasn't. But you always got those people when you growing up, they your age, but they feel older. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we used to hang out with this dude named Larry Smith. I think he on my Facebook still, but he was actually in 10th grade, and I was like in 7th. And he taught me how to write rhymes because I was just writing like on the page this way, that way. I didn't have no hooks. It was just all
rhyme.
He was like, bro, you gotta put a hook in there. Like you just got a bunch of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like so he taught me how to like that. He taught me what an 8 count was and what the 16s was, and I never knew none of that. You know what I'm saying? So this at the time, probably telling my age, but this at the time when it was like every song was 3 verses. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? But now, I just remember, I can't tell you what my first bar was, but I could tell you like, I remember I used to hang with like 9 friends, and I remember we went through a bunch of shit one week. Like we went through like ISS. We was like
good old ISS.
We got in a fight at I think it was Woodland Park. You know what I'm saying, at the time, because I was living in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Fort Sill for like a year. My pops was military. So like
see, I got military vibes from you. Yeah. When I first met you, I'm like, he gotta be like military or like.
Yeah, my pops was military. Like all my elementary school years I spent in Germany. I was born in Nuremberg. You know what I'm saying? Okay. My pops, I grew up kind of, the elementary school years till 5th grade, I was in Bamberg. I went to Bamberg Elementary. Okay. And then we moved to Fort Sill, which is Oklahoma, for like a year. And then we moved to Killeen when I was like in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, but I remember in Oklahoma, and I tell people all the time, what's crazy about Oklahoma though, I learned because I came from Germany. Right. So I was kind of square when I moved. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about it. It's different, right? But I rode a bus from where Eisenhower Middle School, where like, you know, a bus got 2 lanes of seats. You know what I'm saying? This side was Paru, Bloods, and this side was literally like Hoovers, and I didn't know what this was. I remember being asked that question, nigga, you red or blue?
In Oklahoma?
Yeah, they bang like that in Oklahoma. Like if you go to Tulsa, or Lawton.
I heard of Hoovers being out there. I never heard of Parus.
They really bang, but it's more Crips. Okay. Like I didn't really learn what the blood side was till I got to Killeen. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Killeen really built my character on like really knowing gang culture and what the respect is and this and that. But I just knew all Crips when I was in Oklahoma. Gotcha. But I just remember thank God for certain people who know how to move. Like I remember it was a dude like Larry. I seen nigga get jumped on the bus. This is the first time I ever seen a nigga get stopped like this, and he was like, "That ain't none of your business. Right? Don't even look over there." Because he was like, "You keep staring at them niggas that you next." You know what I'm saying? So this is stuff that I had to process, you know what I'm saying? And then all the while going back home, when your mom's ask you shit like, yo, how was your day at school? You just see a nigga get jumped. You might see a nigga get arrested for having a gun in his backpack. You see all this shit and you just look at it and say, it was cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this is all things that I learned to process, bro. It was just crazy, bro. But like I remember like I rapped about like everything we went through that week, and I remember my friends going crazy, and I remember them going like, "That shit crazy, bro. You rapped about it," and I just remember that feeling of being around them that I never wanted to lose that feeling again. Right. I'm like that was crazy. Like they fucking with me on what I said. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it was like a talent show for me too. I think when I first ripped the talent show and seeing people reacting and people going crazy, that's like a feeling, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing better than that. You know what I'm saying? That shit better than the money that you receive from the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that something that you probably wrote in your room or wrote at a desk, or something that you feel that somebody is out here feeling the same way and they relating to it off your shit. That shit crazy to me. I think that also lets you know that when people go to, cause I view music and like podcasts and shit like that as therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't rap for the money and shit. Some people need to express themselves, and this is the only form that they know, versus choosing violence. Because that's a lot of times in our community, when you can't express yourself with words, you act out. We see it in kids a lot. You know, a lot of kids, you know, we might deem them as, oh, that kid is bad. Oh, that. But you don't know, they don't know how to express themselves. And at home, they might be getting told, shut up, you know, stop crying, you know, ain't nothing wrong with you, you know, and that kind of stuff. And, you know, they just come to a place where it's a lot of people, a lot of stuff, a lot of different energies going on. And that's their opportunity to just explode. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we actually look at that in kids and adults too. Right. We got some grown adults that don't know how to express themselves. Nah, yeah. You know, and that's probably never had a chance. They never had a chance, and now it's a wall built up, and sometimes it sucks, but it takes something bad happening, like prison or something like that, to actually, you know, correct them. So right. But music wise, motivation and inspiration, like when you first started rapping, because I know you said your homeboy taught you how to do you know, the 8 and 16 and stuff like that. But who was you listening to back in the day, and you was like, this is what it is like? I would say like for me, it's crazy because I'm a real Southern person. You know what I'm saying? I'm influenced by like Pimp C and all, but that didn't come till later. Right. On in my years. When I first started listening to music, it was Hove and Jadakiss.
Okay,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Jadakiss spit a verse one time. I remember because I had ISS for 10 days. You know
You had a lot of time.
Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, and I know you remember, but ISS was a cold ass room.
Yeah, it was freezing in there.
It real fucking cold when I was in school. So I used to wear this big ass jacket, and I would always have my headphones because whoever was watching us didn't really care about us wearing our hoodies. So I put my headphones in, and I remember Jadakiss spitting this verse on this song. He said, hey, yo, I grew up very athletic, hard-headed, thought I knew everything, wanted to do everything. I was spoiled, stubborn, the only child. So the only thing I could do was hold it down. Now, this is something that I could tell you that's no bullshit. I always been wicked with the flow since a little kid. My first addiction, G.I. Joes and Ices. After that, it was light-skinned girls and Nikes. That was my entire life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was the only child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got no brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers, but they not my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, I could relate to that. You know what I'm saying? And then Hov just it was the dynamic of how he was able to spit as hard as he was spitting, but also make it in a marketing sense. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because I always felt like that. You know, we look at Jay-Z now like, oh, he Hov. But that's because he know how to really market himself too. I'm not saying he don't say amazing shit because he does. Right. But like it ain't. I heard Nas say some shit that, you know what I'm saying? I seen this nigga rap a song backwards. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's a lot of more talented people.
I just seen Jordan Lucas do that.
That's what I'm saying. Jordan Lucas is amazing. But I'm saying that like, and if you ask me, I'm gonna be real because I'm a realist. Right. Like I might like who I like, but I'm a realist. Like Jordan Lucas gonna eat Hov. I'm on a lot of different aspects. You see what I'm saying? But Hov know how to market that shit to where it sound like maybe this is the best rhymes you ever heard.
You can play it in the office.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point.
Like I think it was Simba, you know Simba? Yeah. Simba said like Hov has found a way to market I'm better than you.
Oh yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his life.
Yeah.
Like I'm better than you. And I felt that when he said that because that's what he markets. Like I'm not saying he putting it in your face and trying to make you feel, but he's making.
Just some slight work that he's putting out there.
You see what I'm saying?
And you know you see it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Everybody want to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like as an artist, I've always been comfortable with where I'm at, where I'm going, and who I am. You know what I'm saying? I've never tried to compare and be like, I'm gonna be the next Hov. Right. I'm gonna be the first HIGHSTRUNG, bro. I'm not tripping about it. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that when they do that with athletes too. Yeah. The next Michael Jordan, the next.
It's like, bro.
Like, these dudes is paving their own, their own lanes and their own path. Like.
Yeah, you gotta be the first. You gotta be the first, you man. And if you keep chasing to be the next something, you're never really gonna achieve that goal. Nah. Even when you get to a certain level, you're never gonna be comfortable. Cause I was like that. I'm blessed with what I've done in music so far. You know what I'm saying? But I never seen it it took me maybe until like the last 2 years to really see it.
So when did you start like actually taking it serious to where you be like, I can really do something with this?
I think when I was hitting those stages, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I had that, you know, especially here in the city, there's DJs like DJ 750. Mm-hmm. There's DJs, Avar is the reason why I even have a stamp on. Yeah, shout out to Avar too. East side. Like when I first came here, I was shooting a video downtown at Proper Cuts off of New Braunfels, right across the street from that graveyard. Mm-hmm. And I remember like I didn't really know nobody, but I knew the barbers in there, and they said I could shoot the video over there. But it was a lot of niggas on the east at the time that was like across the street. Like
when was this? What, like
this was like 2010, and I had a mixtape I was getting ready to drop called The Exam, and I was like making a lot of noise because I was new. Right. So they didn't really understand. And then it's just to show up on the east side with just a few of my partners. Niggas was across the street like,
who the fuck
like
is this?
Throwing hands up like, what's up, nigga? What y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember Avar coming to the shoot, and because he had a 210 Artist Day the next day, so he was actually out on the east side promoting. Okay. And he's like, what you doing? And I was like, oh shit, I'm shooting a video. You know what I'm saying? From one of my songs, and he was like, should I be in your video? He's like, make sure y'all come out to Artist Day tomorrow. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So he came in, we had a good time. There was a lot of people that showed up, and you know, he just kind of like, as we built up a friendship, a brotherhood, he kind of just was like telling people like, hey, Strong different. Right. He coming with some, you know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of putting it out there, and then it was with the help of my dog Hush and Addison too. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to get that. I feel like that helped pave a lane for me to be able to do things and work with people from the east side. Because when you know, I still get that thing like, even though this is home, right? But I didn't grow up here.
Right.
I'm not from Rigsby. I'm not from Wheatley Courts. I'm not from anywhere that they automatically give you that respect, right? So like they tend to be like, okay, he from here, but he not from here. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm just representing the city. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that because of that, I'm able to go to sides of town because I don't have any.
You don't got no jurisdiction.
I don't got no jurisdiction. But I don't have no beef with nobody either. You know what I'm saying? Like at least if they beefing with me, they beefing with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I don't have that stipulation upon me. And you have a lot of people who unfortunately they grew up in a certain area or they did certain things and they can't never really, you know what I'm saying, mesh with that.
I think I can identify with that. And I wasn't even like, I don't even gangbang. But everybody knew I was from the sticks. Yeah. So whenever you go out, they're gonna still associate with you exactly. With Bloods because you from the sticks.
But see, it's like that with me and Colleen. So Colleen got a couple hoods. We got 4-1, Heather Glen, LB, and Willow Dub. You know what I'm saying? Willow Springs. You know what I'm saying? But they call it the Dub. So those hoods alone, you know what I'm saying? Heather Glen and the LB for a long time was like beefing all the time. And LB was considered like the roughest neighborhood, you know, to come from when you in Killeen, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't like us, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, but it's all good. Now I haven't been in a long time, so I can't tell you what, it's a whole different generation out there now, you know what I'm saying? I can go there right now and be like, I'm high strong, and they be like, nigga, so? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them young niggas like, nigga, so, nigga? But like, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that, like, you know, bro, it was the same type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember just walking the club sometimes and hear people whispering like, hey, he from the Glen. And it's like, that's why when I didn't know it was a Glen out here. So when I walk around here, it's like, hey, where you from, the Glen? I'm like, you know about Killeen? Killeen, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, you said the Glen. Like, yes, nigga, the Glen in San Antonio. I'm like, oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not associated. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't even think the Glen got like a certain set. I don't think it's like we Bloods or we Crips. I think it's just some gangsters out there, you know.
And I learned about it too. Like I learned about East Terrace was tore down right when I moved. I guess like maybe a year or two before I moved here. You know what I'm saying?
So you moved here like in
07.
Oh, okay.
So it was already torn down.
Yeah, because I don't even want to put that date out there that because our neighborhood got tore down after the flood in '98. Yeah. So it was a big old flood in '98. You had the politicians deciding on we're gonna release water from the dam to Alamo Heights, or down the Rio Grande, and the Rio Grande went right through the sticks and covered everything up. So,
but see, that's what I was about when I moved here, was learning the history of the city. Right. Before I try to get, I think a lot of artists don't do that. They don't really care about the you know, the ones before them. Nah. And like I studied a lot of things. I studied stuff people I never met, like PKO. I studied, you know, at the time Question Kylie and Fade Dog was on the radio and doing things. 15-5. Me and my roommates used to get VIPs right next to them. Okay. All the time in Bar 11. I used to literally.
Bar 11. Ooh.
I used to So like I used to go there and get a section next to them all the time.
Dope. Hey, you know what I'm said Bar 11. That's a throwback. That's memories right there. Man. What was the first place you performed at here in the city, as far as here in the city?
The first place, man. That's a good question, bro. I'm gonna say Reptiles, like on the far west side.
I heard of that. I've never been, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, so shout out to Corey Gameface. I don't know if he still deal with music. It's been years since I talked to that dude, but he used to print up my CDs. He used to print up like 500 CDs for like maybe like $200 for me. Okay. And then he used to he put me on some of the first shows. I remember that I used to pay for shows, and I would pay to open up for certain artists or whatever. And I remember sometimes they wouldn't even put me on the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like
after you pay for the
at that Reptiles place, they kind of used to do some dirty like shit, but not Corey though. He ran the show, but he didn't have nothing to do with and it started like that. But I started realizing that what the 20 artists that's gonna be on stage, my name not even on flyer. But what I started recognizing was like, yo, you that dude from Reptiles that killed that show. So for me, it was like, I wasn't even on the flyer, but you remember who I am.
Still getting the recognition.
And then after that, I started getting my own, I started talking to Corey, getting closer to him and his family, and then started to like say, hey, bro, I want to put on my own show, Reptiles. You know what I'm saying? So I want to sell the tickets. And then, so now, then I started getting flyers with just my face on them, and then whoever wanted to open. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
Now
so,
y'all facing on these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So that shit was crazy. And that's how you feel too, like,
yeah, man, I'm throwing the show. Y'all motherfuckers gonna see me.
For real.
Y'all can see whoever it is in this little bitty section over here.
For real, for real.
Put your magnifying glasses on over there.
Yeah.
Okay, Reptile. So, I ain't gonna say I ain't never performed on stage. Like, I ain't never did music on stage. I did a talent show back in the day, dancing, me and my cousins. I've been on stage as far as like podcasting go and stuff like that, but I've never been on stage as far as music go.
Right.
What's the feeling? Because I know you talked about it a little earlier, but that feeling you get when you rocking and you just like taking a moment and you taking it in and you looking at the crowd and you can see them like actually like fucking with you. Like, what's that feeling like? Or even you hear people recite your words to you. What's
like,
that feeling
like? So that's a 2-part question.
Yeah.
It's like, do you mean like when I first started, or do you mean like currently
like,
now?
I would say currently now, being that you built a audience now and a fan base.
Right.
Like when you hit the stage and you doing your thing, and then you just like kind of just like taking it in, and it's kind of like I can say a couple of bars,
right,
and then the crowd can finish my line for me. What's
so
that
for
feeling
me,
like?
That feeling is probably the most beautiful feeling in the world, and that's what you do it for. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think Clifton. So I do the Fly Zone concerts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to do my 5th one coming into the new year.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Clifton had hosted one time, and he was like, you know, Clifton.
Yeah.
And Clifton was like, dog, white women recite your words. Like, so you know what I'm saying? So like, I felt like that, like for that was one of the things that helped me see that I got a different fan base too. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that separates you, and it allows you to be like, you know how like you want to be humble, but you also want to be arrogant at times.
Yeah.
There's a part of you. I don't care who you are.
I think it's a
part
balance.
of you.
You can have a balance.
And so for me, that's my arrogance. That's me without like I know people right now that's dope, but they can't get 10 people to a show, bro. I'm selling out every concert.
I know. I'm selling out the same people that you're talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. So, but it's like they running their mouth and they saying certain things, and it's like, bro, like I don't have to do that. Like you said, I have a fan base.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't given to me. So when I talk about it, I'm trying to motivate and inspire because, nigga, that shit took work. Mm-hmm. So when I look in the crowd now, and I'm like my last album, Life, you know what I'm saying? And I see that people is reciting the lyrics to it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm selling this out, like, you know what I'm saying? My last concert was $50 a ticket. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I sold 310 tickets. And then I gave half that money to the school program that I started called Strong on Knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
I'll be seeing you be doing your work out there. That's exactly dope too. I think that's another part of artistry that's lost. They think it's just about the music.
No,
it's a whole thing. That's why I apply LeBron. You know what I'm saying? That's why LeBron is who he is, because he do what he do on basketball, but off the court, like he building schools, he sending people to college, he X, Y, and Z. So it's bigger than just.
And look how much he's hated though. You see what I'm saying?
It comes.
It's
with
like when it come with it. So it's like for me, that's the most beautiful feeling in the world, because I know that they feeling it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna feel you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
Like my thing was, I always tell people, bro, like you could put a face to my name when you step into San Antonio. Even if you bring up hip hop or whatever, at some point at that conversation, maybe just unless you just really don't want to, my name has to come up. I've heard people say, "Hey, bro, you be fucking with HIGHSTRUNG? Do you know HIGHSTRUNG?"
Right.
And they don't think I heard the conversation. They be like, "Do you fuck?" I don't even listen to dude music. I don't really fuck with him like that. Heck, his shit don't be on what I'm on. I'm on that trap shit. This ain't what. It's like, okay, nigga, but you knew who he was talking about.
Definitely.
You knew,
because you know what kind of music he makes.
You didn't say, who is that?
He can't say he don't listen to you, but put you in a category of what kind of music you make. You've heard it. You know.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I think it speaks with you saying that little thing right there. You got a song with Kevin McGee.
Yeah, Get It.
Get It. And you said that.
Yeah.
You said niggas know it's a fly zone, and who the fuck is you?
Yeah.
I'll say, ooh.
Yeah. And I meant that. Like, when I wrote that bar, I meant that shit.
I said, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you humble enough to be like, yeah, okay, you know, but you still also in your bag enough to be like, okay, yeah, but like while you talking about me, like, who the fuck are you at the same time?
Yeah.
So I think you can still balance the being humble and being arrogant at the same time.
Yeah.
Because if you too humble, I think you lessen your potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you give, like, you got to look at it like, I look at it like everything from, you know, it's going to sound crazy, but like, if you look at I watch a lot of wildlife shit.
Oh, definitely.
So if you look at the jungle, right? When a lion is not the biggest thing in the jungle. But when that motherfucker come through, animals start moving around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because it's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I'm like, you gotta be a little arrogant in a way because you gotta save room for somebody. Like if you eating a meal out in the jungle, if you're not a little arrogant, then them hyenas and everything else gonna come eat too. And then you gotta know that that's your food. I killed this. I chased this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I tricked it and I ate it.
I put the work
You know
in.
what I'm saying? You can't just come over here and eat. So they gotta know that part of you too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I understand certain people that get a little arrogant, but it's like also your work gotta prove what you're doing too though. You can't be like, I'm the nigga I eat 12 buffalo as a lion, nigga. Okay, nigga, I only see a buffalo's leg over here. If you got 12 buffalo, where the fuck they at? Your work gotta match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your words.
That's why it was some, I ain't gonna say the artist's name. Somebody talking about how they run the city. It was an artist that was on the Thrills podcast.
Yeah.
And they was saying how they run the city and this and this. But I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, like, no, you don't. You don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you say, your work has, you gotta, it's something that's gotta, when you say something, you should be able to, like they always say with the receipts, like you should be able to show something. Just like you say, if somebody mentioned music, eventually your name gonna come up.
Yeah.
Like if you run in the city and we talk about we had a whole conversation at Blackouts when we was at the studio, and I recorded you. It was you, A and B Easy, Flu.
Oh, I remember that shit. It was live. Yeah,
y'all, y'all was in y'all bag. Y'all going back and forth. Y'all talking shit or whatever.
That was a good ass time.
Not once did that artist's name come up.
Yeah.
As like, oh well, yeah, he valid. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Arrogant, you gotta have your shit together to be arrogant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If not, then just stay a little humble a little bit longer.
Yeah. And
then you'll get there. But you know.
But some people, I think that's just a new, especially more so now. I see it more so now where new artists come out, especially in the tone. And because we haven't had somebody like a T.I. or somebody that blow up out here, every artist that finally built their confidence within their little room or their little studio, whatever they was at, they start coming out saying, I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm this. Ain't nobody fucking with me. But it's like, okay, nigga, like I sit back. It bothers other niggas. I see a lot of other rappers that I'm in tune with, and it bothers the fuck out of me. And I'm like, nigga, it don't bother me because I'm still gonna do what I do.
Right.
It's not stopping no process on this side. You feel me? Like it's not. And I understand the buffoonery. Niggas jump in front of crowds. They do certain things and be like, yeah, nigga did this. I'm like, but they wasn't even there to see you, fam. So I get it. Get your fan base, but don't get out here and try to fool me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when it come down to it, if it's stationary, bro, like we rappers, this is a competition.
It's very competitive.
Yeah. So my thing is, nigga, like I'm not gonna meet you on the block and go bar for bar with you. I'm not gonna battle rap you, nigga. But I'm gonna show you a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm
gonna sell out a show.
That's
for
what we was talking about.
You see what I'm saying?
Do your music got replay value?
Exactly.
That's what we was talking about.
That's what we was talking about in the studio.
Yeah.
That's why I like A and B Easy, because that's an arrogant motherfucker.
Yeah, that nigga's cocky.
But that nigga's my nigga though. He arrogant in a funny way.
But he stand on his shit too.
Nah, he make good ass music.
He make good ass music.
He make good ass music. But I've told niggas like when they was doing the versus shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I fuck with that nigga tough, and I believe I believe I got hits that'll fuck with that nigga, but I be telling them don't play with A and B Easy, bro, because he luring you in. That's what he.
Nah, he is.
He has.
He's
hits.
smart.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that nigga though, but it's like but I remember he saying that, like we was talking about replay value. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember at the time I had dropped a single called Drop. And he was like, Drop got replay value, but does other records, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas come out with a record that does have replay value, but you don't have a bunch of those. You know what I'm saying? I remember Jermaine Dupri saying one time that he went up, I forget, somebody went up to him, I think it was Clyde Davis, somebody, what's the nigga name that produced Off the Wall by Michael Jackson? Name for some reason.
Quincy Jones?
Quincy, so he walked up to Quincy one time and was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm Jermaine Dupri. I got the hottest single out right now. And I think it was like Criss Cross at the time. He's like, I got the hottest single out right now. He was like, that's great. Have a hot album. He was like, you got a single. Like, you know what I'm saying? He walked around this party because he everywhere on the radio. But he was like, I produced Off the Wall with Michael Jackson. Like, come on, dog. What you like?
He no better than
it was, and Jermaine Dupri said I had to shut the fuck up, and I had to go back, and that's why he became so deaf. Is because he just always wanted to be making these hits. And now he got a long list of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? They call that nigga the unofficial mayor in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
So he got some. His name is behind some.
Yeah,
some monsters.
Growing up, that's what I wanted to. I wanted to sign to that label. I wanted to be part of either So-So or Rockefeller. And I was so mad and hurt when I found out when Jermaine Dupri was writing Bow Wow lyrics, because I was 13. Like, I'm trying. This nigga kind of hard. Let me, nigga, bow. I'm coming, nigga. But I was like, damn, this nigga wasn't even. I was competing with a grown man, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm like, yeah, damn, nigga.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
oh man. Speaking of verses,
right.
You said that you, even in the clip I got, I'm gonna have to drop that clip again about y'all when y'all talking about the verses, because we was talking about verses and hit the replay value and all that kind of stuff. So as far as verses go, are you open to a verses?
Yeah and no. You know what I'm saying? I was asked when they was doing it a few times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, what are we talking about? Are we dumb saying? Because I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we?
What's the motive?
Yeah, it ain't even about the motive. It's just like, I really feel like who gonna stand on that stage? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna come, if we talking like 2010 hits, we talking like from mixtapes like The Exam that I dropped, Life, Legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we saying? Because I feel like there is. I'm like, who would you compare? Only because the music's so different, right? Yeah. You can't put me with a nigga who got all trap music. Cause I got music that talk about shit that I've been through and the violence and stuff like this too. But I'm coming at it from a different angle. A lot of my shit be inspirational.
It's not considered trap.
So who are you putting on that stage with a high strong? Cause I can go either way. I can go dynamic. Most of my albums are structured hype songs. They structured R&B, and it's structured inspiration. So
can I tell you who I
like who would you put me like
So me personally, I would want to see, and it's because I fuck with both of y'all, I would want to see you in Blackout.
You know what? That's crazy. That's crazy.
A couple of people have.
Everybody has tried to get us to do verses. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it'll be cause Black don't make trap music.
Nah, he make like.
His is more like up tempo club music. Yeah. And he got some. I want to say R&B bangers, but he got some songs for the ladies and stuff like that too.
That's crazy. But I've heard this comparison before too, though.
I think it'll be dope because
we talk shit all the time. I tell him
that's what I'm saying. I think that's why it'll be dope. He can't stand on
that stage with me.
No,
that's my big brother.
All right, Black.
He know I love him. But he tell me the same shit too. He tell me the same shit too. It'll
definitely be. It'll. Only reason I say that is because I know how y'all stage presence is there. It'll be, even if it's not as far as like, cause I know it's fun and it's dope, but it's still competitive. Like you said, rap is competitive.
Yeah.
So I'm coming with my best of the best. Yeah. And I'm talking my shit. You coming with the best of your best, and you talking your shit.
Yeah.
I think with y'all, both of y'all on the stage, and the energy that y'all bring, I think that'll be dope for the city as far as like music wise go.
No doubt. I think Blackout is a dope ass artist, man. You know what I'm saying? He really put a lot of passion into the shit that he do. You know what I'm saying? Being around him and knowing him and close as we are, I know he has songs that I've heard that touch on his life. And Black has an amazing story. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like behind him. You know what I'm saying? And when I say amazing, I mean like your pain is your prize also. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he has a story that is like, damn, like I would have never known this had I not heard this song. You know what I'm saying? I think that he expresses himself through music a lot. Yeah, definitely. And I miss that. I miss that about artists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's putting together like shit that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And every song is sounding the same. And niggas got I posted this. I said, niggas got a nerve to go be like, hey, go listen to my shit, nigga. You sound just like this dickhead. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just, and they doing, but it's like, what is it? I'm just listening to the same shit.
They're trying to be trend. It's now I feel like it's more trend rapping versus you actually putting in some work to hone in on the craft that you got. Yeah. I think most people are trying to just get a social media banger, yeah. And
because social media has taken over. That's why I say social media has ruined shit, but it's also helped shit. You know
I think it depends on how you use it.
It's both. Yeah. Because you could be famous. Now you could be a mom that just cooks in the kitchen and wears a certain apron and you could blow the fuck up. You just got to be a mom with a fat ass in the kitchen and you got 100 million followers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and now they're like, oh, that's mom from the kitchen on TikTok. You see what I'm saying? Like, I seen it in Eliza1K, you know what I'm saying, which is one of my homies. That's like my little sis.
Right.
And she
I like how y'all
we got very good chemistry. We actually supposed to drop a mixtape. I think we still gonna do it, but our schedules is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like Eliza is a character, bro. So she do what the fuck she want to do, like, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with her for that reason. Like, we really have a big brother and little sister relationship, and she always is like she could literally be in the studio working on a mixtape and be like, bitch, fuck this. And like, won't come back for like 6 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how she feel, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, I've got to know her character, and I've seen her blow up on TikTok, and I've seen we went to Austin together, and I've seen these white girls and people come up to, oh my God, are you Eliza? Oh my God, like, and I'm like, she like, but Eliza, so she from the East, so she real close. Also, I had to show her too, like, hey, these are your fans, because they would run up on her and Eliza be like, she like, are you Eliza? Eliza be like, yeah, what's up? Because they'd be in a group, and Eliza be like, what's up? And they'd be like, oh, no, can we get a picture? And she'd be like, like, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get used to it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I look at shit like that. And again, to go back to the point, though, is like TikTok, you know what I'm saying? People, they lean toward what could get you on. And I'm not saying she like that at all. I'm just saying that, like, people will lean toward that because they see somebody like that did get that traction. So, let me try to do something just to blow up real quick. But I got a little bit more. I feel like I'm in my own genre of music. Like, I feel like you got trap artists, you got R&B artists. I feel like I'm I'm trying to make timeless music. Like a song like Grandma's Cooking, you could bump that 20 years from now. Right. Because everybody's gonna have a grandma. Everybody has a grandmother. And a few people do know what it's like to eat that food from your grandmother and know that it means more than just eating macaroni and cheese. Know that you're feeding your soul. Right. And know that you're getting lectures and conversations while you're eating that food. That's why we call it that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what I'm on. I'm trying to make timeless music. I'm trying to make sure that when you pick up an album and long after I'm gone, you're like, what was this nigga High Strung about? And then you pop in that, well, we don't have to, you plug your aux cord in, you know what I'm saying?
Bluetooth.
And Bluetooth, and you like, shit, this nigga was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And
so I want to touch on that real quick, being that you brought up the aux cord and stuff, right? As far as music go. Juicy J has said that hip hop sales, as far as like, I guess, streaming or whatever,
Went down like 40%.
Went down like 40%.
40%, yeah.
I just also seen another dude talking to I can't think of the dude's name. But he was saying as far as like streaming goes and like as far as the independent artists go, even if you go independent, you still not independent because Universal owns Spotify.
Yeah.
So they still getting money from the artists, and nobody has ever put a dollar amount on your stream.
Yeah.
So it's like this number in the air, you know what I'm saying, that can kind of like.
I think it's
go
yay
away.
and nay. I feel like it's loopholes through it though.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you think going back to CDs will be eventually?
I don't think that'll ever
No.
happen. I feel like CDs are like 8 tracks. You know what I'm saying? That's just, we ain't never gonna go back to the 8 tracks. And
That's true.
Nobody gonna
have that in their car.
Trying to clean that
Yeah.
disc no more and shit. And, you know
CD.
what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas ain't,
CD
the white,
book,
nobody's doing
book
that. You know what I'm saying? Them shits is a hassle. Nobody gonna be pulling out them big books like. See what
I know I have my shit in alphabetical
order. Go to the
order.
R&B section. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. Like,
That shit was heavy, bro.
It's all right here now. So I feel like that it'll never go back to that. But I feel like that there are, especially if you're an artist, you gotta really be. If you don't have a manager, or you don't have somebody that's really gonna be looking out for you like that, as far as like, and even if you do, like, look after your own shit, read your shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been blessed enough to like where my manager like explain shit to me. I don't like to read all that contract shit, but I'm looking at what she's looking at, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that word mean? What is it? What is? Because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? She'll break it down for me, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that there are loopholes. Like for me, I love TuneCore.
Okay.
TuneCore is the best you could go through to me because they give you the highest percentage that you can get from your dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like they really get nothing off the back end. Unless your shit go multi-platinum, they not getting like hella money from your shit. You know what I'm saying? CD Baby, I don't like CD Baby. You know what I'm saying? Just me personally. I think CD Baby takes too damn long to give you your checks. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they just, I don't know what they be doing. It's one of them things where like, why the fuck y'all taking so long? What the fuck is y'all doing over there? I can't see on that side. You know what I'm saying? I hate fucking CD Baby, but I've used them. I probably still use them. I don't know if I'm probably still a slave to their ass. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like I just like, you know, I look at percentages and I think that hip hop has gone down 40%, but I don't think that it's because of necessarily just the sales. I think it's to the artists. I think the artists are to blame for that. I think that people are afraid to do different things in their videos. I mean, all the shit's the same. If you go look at some of these country videos and some of these rock videos, they're different videos. Like country, when they rapping or singing about a song or whatever, it's like, yo, like that shit really meshed with the video. You know what I'm saying? This is like a story. You see a nigga riding down a dirt road in a Ford truck with his head out the window with the reflection. Like, I miss you, girl. I miss you, girl. You like, damn, that shit I feel where he coming from. I've looked out the window and missed a female before. You know what I'm saying? On long roads. Right. So I feel that shit. But you go to every hip hop video right now, you tell me what's different. Like, I told that bitch to suck a dick, hit her with the Draco. We don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, it's like, nigga, and then you got a bitch twerking on a low ride or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Granted, I just had a video where a bitch was twerking on a low rider. I get it.
But you didn't have choppers. You wasn't pulling out choppers. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. But my music don't reflect that. But it also don't.
Shout out to the girl that was twerking on the.
Yeah. Big shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, for me, like, it's like I think differently. Like, even with that, like, that's like my last video like that for a minute. I'm going to do different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to look at the aspect. For me, it's like, you know, you just got to be different, and you can't be scared to be different. Don't be afraid that if you a trap artist and that's all niggas know you at. Don't be afraid to drop an R&B album. Nigga, you are human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got kids. Or if you don't have kids, if you ain't been in love, you've been with a female, I hope. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is 20-something, 30-something years old. I hope so. But you know, it's different. We're all different. Whatever you with, just reflect on that. Because I don't want to. I'm not about to get canceled for nobody, nigga. I fuck with everybody.
Whoever you with, just be happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, LiveAt5ive is crazy. Hey, but it's like, for me, bro, I feel like that you just gotta dare to be different and don't be afraid of that shit. And you know what I'm saying? That's why the shit's going down, is because it's just all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I
definitely agree.
That's why I don't feel like, that's why I say that it's hard to compare me or put me in a box. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying like, I don't think I'm just better than you rap niggas. Like, no, nigga, I just feel like that I'm doing different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that, like, you could feel the passion and you could feel the display of what I'm trying to put out there when you hear my music. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga that really gave my music a great listen, even if he not a fan, he fucks with it. You know what I'm saying? He fuck with it in some type of way. And it may not even be like a relatable song for him, but he gonna find a song on that album that says, oh shit, that's what I'm on. This type of shit I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what I strive for, is to be able to make a song that everybody can at least find one on the album and say, hey, I fuck with that. Yeah,
that's why when I did the reaction video and I'm listening to the song, cause I heard the chorus on one of your, it is on your stories on IG, I think. And then when we did an interview with Kevin McGee, we had him on the podcast, and he was telling us, I was like, wait, hold on, I heard that song before. Yeah. And that's why I was like, oh, I heard it on High Strungs. I guess after I did it, I was building up to it or whatever. But then when I listened to it and I watched the video, I'm like, bro, this is a song that can be played anywhere, in the club, at a dance.
They play it in Bentleys all the time.
All the time. Yeah, and it's totally, it's a jam. It's a hit. It has replay value. And niggas ain't dying. It ain't a whole bunch of niggas dying and baby mamas be getting fucked in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of dope. And I think for me, this is my personal opinion. As we get older, like, your ear should evolve too. Like, yeah, you can evolve spiritually and, you know, health-wise and stuff like that, but your ear for music should evolve too. I always have a problem with, and this is just me, I could be an old head saying this, I have a problem with women that's like 30, 35 and up or whatever, and they are bumping Sexy Red. To me, that's an issue. Like, why the fuck do you relate to this? Why do you relate to this?
That shit funny.
Like, you should be at a certain level. I just made a post today. Everybody named Mama commented on it. I said, if your kids, I should have worded it different, but, you know, I had just woke up and this was on my heart. And Facebook asked what's on your mind, so I told them. So they said, what's on your mind, Live? I said, well, shit, since you asked, I said, if your kids know Sexy Red's music, I think you're doing a bad job at parenting. Yeah. And a lot of women commented, I don't think oh, the radio plays it. If you got a kid in high school, middle school, they on social media, blah, blah, blah. You know, it sounds like a whole bunch of fucking excuses. I call my kids, for real, I call my kids in. My kids is 10. I call them, they got cell phones. Call my kids in. I asked my son, you know who Sexy Red is? He said, no. I said, all right. He said, am I supposed to? I said, nah, you good. Asked my daughter, you know who Sexy Red is? Nah. Okay. My wife didn't even know who Sexy Red is. Yeah. I had to tell her who she was and show her a song. Yeah. And she was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, I'm not saying that I'm better at parenting than anybody. But I'm saying, as a parent, one of your jobs is you got to monitor what's coming into your house and what's coming into your kids. You know what I'm saying? One of the dudes on there said, well, you know, they got the radio and, you know, shit like that. Well, bro, it's like you say, ain't no going back to the 8 tracks and this. Motherfucker, you don't have to listen to the radio.
Yeah, most people.
And it's most stations in 98.5. You got 107.5. They don't play no new shit. It's all old school music. You got different stations. My wife listens to 89.1. I don't know if you know what that is. TPR. It's you know what it is? Texas. It's a Texas. It's news. Texas news. They talk about everything though. Okay. It's informative. They got all kinds of people on there they interview.
I'm gonna go check that.
It's dope.
89.1.
It's called TPR. Texas Public Radio. Okay. They do interviews with all astronauts, all kinds of people.
That's dope.
Informational. Yeah. My wife listens to that 24/7.
That's crazy.
There's no other station she listens to. So you can't tell me it's not a way. That's why I say it sounds like a bunch of fucking excuses. Yeah, so then I put the video up. Yeah. This little baby, she couldn't have been no more than 2, dog.
Singing.
And she's saying, where the hoochie daddies? I'm trying to find my son a new pappy. She's singing this shit. She probably don't even know what her full ABCs is, but she know this. I just see that as a fucking problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, with the D1, I don't know if you seen him call out Rick Ross and Meek Mill and D Jones. It's a rapper dude. His name is D1.
D1, I know D1. He got dreads, light skin.
Yeah. So nice. He was talking about them, and the music that they putting out, and he said, I'm just drawing a line. Either you with the negativity and the fuck shit, or you with righteousness. That's all I'm doing.
I seen Meek, and it's crazy because I was, you know, when Meek first started, I really wasn't a fan like that.
Me neither. I didn't start off as a fan.
But my thing is, he said something recently in an interview that threw me off, and I really wasn't fucking with it. And it's the first time that he did an interview where I was like, damn, I really don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He said that the industry like when we rap about more negative shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the way he said it was just like, as if like, so that's what I gotta do.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I'm like, you're a grown fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got enough money to spend on them. It's not like you some nigga trying to make it. You see what I'm saying?
Unless
so
you don't
like,
got enough money to stand on. That's why you said it.
But that shit is crazy to me. I'm like,
it is weird though.
You can't. I don't have $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But you can't control me like that. I'm gonna write, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna write negative shit just to please to get this money.
And then we got examples of people that's doing the opposite of what you're doing, and they successful.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar shit is getting studied in colleges by professors and shit.
Yeah.
So we can't say that. J. Cole. Even nice. Just saying Jay-Z.
Nice. Yeah.
Breaking down Jay-Z's lyrics. You know what I'm saying? There's more to it than just the dope game. You know what I'm saying?
I seen that he was talking about. He said about the 500,000.
Yeah.
See that when Hov was like, it was like take a 500,000 or a dinner with Hov was like, he did an interview recently. He was like, take the fucking money.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm giving y'all. I'm gonna tell you everything that was in those albums. You get game for $10.99.
Yeah.
So. Take the fucking money. He's like, cause then you can take that game that you heard from the album and then use that money. Like, so he was like, you sit at a table with me for dinner, I'm just gonna tell you everything I told you in the blueprint, blueprint 2, blueprint 3.
And then you gonna be like, wait, hold on, I heard that.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, take the fucking money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I respect that, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to say, man, that seems like a hard decision, especially me being a person that he was influenced by, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've had situations where my partners have passed away due to certain things. And it was songs that I listened to from Hov that was the reason why I didn't turn that corner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I remember just like, there was a friend of mine, he was shot over 16 times, man, when we was in high school. And I was supposed to go to the same party he was going to with him.
He just didn't go?
And I remember I had a chance to record. And I didn't know how to find a studio like that. So this, you know, dude, he was a little older than us, would say, you come by and record at the crib tonight. And I was like, well, I'll come tomorrow, I'm gonna go to a party. He was like, bro, I'm not gonna be available tomorrow, I'm in the military. You know what I'm saying? My schedule crazy. So I was like, all right, I come tonight. So he's like, man, go do your thing, nigga. It's like, party's gonna be here, nigga. That shit ain't, the opportunity ain't gonna be here forever.
Right.
So he was one of them friends, so I left. And then I remember my phone dying while I was in the studio. And cause I was still right on the pad at the time. And I remember my phone dying. I remember everybody blowing my phone up. Blowing it. I woke up to like messages, voicemails, you know what I'm saying? That's at the time we had the flip joints. And I remember just hearing a lot of the messages like, yo, Greg was killed and da-da-da-da. And I was like, damn, like, I just didn't even know how to respond. It wasn't real to me, you know what I'm saying? So I look at shit like that, like music is also that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's also, it also played a role in saving my life. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. Definitely. And, just when you think about that, those incidents right there, man, just even sitting there taking the time to think about, like, damn, that could have been it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have followed my, I would say passion or love for whatever I'm doing, you know, whether it was, I'm gonna go either play basketball, I don't know if you were staying here when they had they used to open up World of Pentecost right here on Eisenhower. It's a big old church. They had a gym. Yeah. And there was a police officer named Friendly, and he used to open up the gym for us on Friday nights. And instead of going to the clubs, we was going to play basketball.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it helped us a lot because we wasn't doing shit productive in the clubs, fighting. You know, every damn week, Joe's Volcano fucking that club up.
Hell yeah, I remember Joe's Volcano.
You know what I'm saying? Fighting the bouncers. It go from fighting the bouncers to the bouncers being cool with us, and the bouncers is helping us fight the niggas we fighting. And, you know, when they open up that gym for us on Fridays, man, my cousin got into it with a dude there. He was picking on a younger dude. They were playing basketball. A younger dude was getting him. It was kind of an older dude, older than us. A young dude was getting him. He got mad, and my cousin stood up and was like, "Hey man, nah, you need to chill, man. It's basketball, da da da." So he squared up with my cousin. Him and my cousin squared up. He swung. My cousin hit him one time. Boom. Sat him down. He got up. He said, "Oh nah, fuck that. I got y'all." When he left, he ain't never come back. A week later, dog, that dude killed his wife.
Wow.
Killed his wife.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, when you think about stuff like that, like, damn, what if he would kill his wife? Him coming back, he was gonna do something.
Yeah.
When you think about it, like that just it makes life. Like I say, when
especially more so now because it's promoted so much that people think that when you hear that shit so much, it's you're putting it out there and you're putting it into people's brains, and people don't think about the consequences. Mm-hmm. You don't think about the consequences till you sit in that cell. You see what I'm saying? When that shit get real, when that gavel hit, you sit in that cell or you waiting on a case, and your bill is $10,000 to get out. You know your mama ain't got that bread, nigga. That's when you start realizing that shit was dumb as hell. Something for 30 that lasted 30 minutes gave you 30 years. You know what I'm saying? That's
what Wallow was saying.
So I'm saying, my nigga, like you planting that seed. You feel what I'm saying? Because they thinking, oh, I could bust and then I want nothing to happen to me. No, bro, it's real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna die, because even when you kill somebody now, you gotta think about the repercussions of that too. That person got niggas and homeboys that fuck with him, that loved him like your people love you. Mm-hmm. So now you gotta worry about cousins and homeboys and homegirls setting you up. You know what I'm saying?
That shit.
And a lot of niggas don't know. That's how niggas used to move in clean. Like niggas, it was, you know how the easiest way to fish for a nigga that you want, bro? Tell a female. Mm-hmm. Let a bad bitch with a fat ass walk by, and let her go talk to that nigga. Make that nigga feel all warm inside. Hey, I got a hotel around the corner. Oh, bad. I'ma slide through. Nigga, it's 30 niggas in that hotel room waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? And when you get stomped like a mud hole, you see what I'm saying? Niggas don't understand that type of shit though. They don't look at that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? They not aware. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I feel like that a lot of shit just be fake, bro. It's a lot of real shit within the mix, but it's fake shit too. It's way more fake shit, and the fake shit is this persona people try to put on, that I'm living this lifestyle already, that I'm doing this, that I'm doing that, bro. People will respect you and love you more for just doing your story is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of people didn't grow up the way they rapping. So they making up the stories.
And
or they telling the story of somebody else.
And I'm really getting tired of like the jail thing. Like, it's like, oh, I went to jail, so I'm the hardest nigga out.
I'm a real
like, listen, bro, I know a lot of niggas that went to jail. That's no different when niggas back in the day was like, I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you automatically demanded respect. Nigga, I done seen a nigga from Land Passes beat the fuck out of a nigga from Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it matters where you from, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then these niggas that come out, I know.
A lot of niggas in prison are girlfriends.
Yeah. And a lot of, And a lot of niggas too, they give this persona like you was living like that in prison, but when I talk to your people that did time with you, you wasn't like that, bro. You was quiet. You ain't do shit in the lunchroom. You know what I'm saying? I've never been locked up for a long period of time, but I've been in and out. I seen shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I understood what I was and what my role was. I was not that nigga in there. You know what I'm saying?
I think niggas is I think it's easy for people to go to prison. I ain't gonna say it's easy. Let me not use easy. I think it's kind of common for people to go to prison and come out and try to make this story as if what they did in prison, they held it down, and you know what I'm saying? Like they this person, when, like you say, you talk to some people and be like, hey man, what's so-and-so locked up in there? Like, oh yeah, man, that nigga, man, let me tell you about this. You know what I'm saying? Now you looking at this person a totally different way. Now he up there rapping, and you like, man, this nigga is just up here lying like a motherfucker.
And when you go and for yourself and you see it, you like, this ain't even like what people make it like. A lot of niggas be in there just chilling. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really don't be on that shit because they don't want to be in there either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't know other people's situation. I don't speak on their situation, but I can read. I'm very good at reading. I guess I don't know how else to say, but I'm very good at reading a nigga.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, I know I done watch niggas lie to me in my face, but I'm allow you to lie, and I'm allow you to get your rocks off because you feel like that's what you want to do. So I play with their ego.
And just lying.
They come to me like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, hey, nigga, on God, nigga, I beat nigga, 2 niggas. Then the nigga came through, nigga, he tried to shank me too, and I grabbed that hoe and I threw it down, nigga. Then I slammed that nigga, and I be like, that's crazy, bro.
But your baby mama kicking your ass out here.
I'll be like, that's crazy, bro. I'm like, hey, you the man, bro, for that. I could never do that. That's crazy.
Nah, niggas. Yeah, like I said, you can tell. I've been around a lot of niggas and a lot of my uncles.
And I got a new album I'm dropping too called Rose from the Concrete.
Okay.
So I just want to speak on that a little bit.
Yeah. So another a question that we asked on our podcast, and I like to ask on here, being that you are, I would say, a stressful environment as far as like music goes and stuff like that. Mentally, man, I like to do mental health checks. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you high off life, and 1 being we need to get you on Dr. Phil. Like right now, mentally, what would you put yourself at?
I'm gonna definitely say a 7. I'm at a 7.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's common. I get 6 through 8 mostly.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, I'm definitely at a 7, man, because I'm trying to learn how to meditate. You can't really be taught that shit. It's because it's kind of got to come from you.
Right.
But I noticed that since I started hosting, and also I guess like the status of where I feel that I'm going in music, I've gotten you get surrounded by so many people. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I've always been the type of person that I feel responsible for people's happiness. Okay. But I don't really pay attention to my own. You know what I'm saying?
That happens.
Like I'm the type of person that'll give you some advice that I know could work for you, and I should be taking the same advice, but I'm not gonna follow that shit because it's too much work for me to do that shit. But I know. But you need to. But you can do it. I'm gonna force you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see you do better. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see myself. I don't have an outer. You know what I mean? So I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing until I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying that the other day that I need to step back and look above the crowd, because when you're in the crowd, you can't really see who's doing what's what. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got like, all right, this person is not moving in the same direction as me, so I really need to cut that tie. Right. And then I think I'm just learning that it's okay to say, oh, for you sometimes. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's okay to say, I need to do this for me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you grow, when you start to experience growth, you're gonna notice that the more you want to grow and the difference you become, people not gonna like it. Because now you're not the person that they need you to be for them. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever you was doing at first, even though it was affecting you, it was benefiting them. Right. But now, when you start growing and say, you know what, I don't want to do that. I want to, move a different direction. People start saying, "Oh, you changing. You're acting weird, or you're changing." Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's only because they're not liking. It's not benefiting them. Your growth is not benefiting them, and it's not supposed to. No, you know what I'm saying? When they say shit like everybody can't go, a lot of people make that decision for themselves. It ain't like I told you can't go. You are living a life, and you doing certain things in my life to cause stress, and I can't take you. Because if I take you, I'm never gonna get here. I'm gonna stay here. And I noticed that I don't even know if I was, because I'm steady grinding, but I felt stagnant. Right. But I only felt that way because of the people that I was allowing to make me feel stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to do certain things, but know that it would piss this person off if I do it. So I'm good. I ain't gonna do it. I don't feel like getting into all that. And then, but meanwhile, I'm missing an opportunity, something that I wanted to do, and I started taking it back to the beginning of my grind. When I wanted to throw a concert, I threw a fucking concert. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask nobody for no fucking. If anybody wanted to help me do that, then they did that. When I wanted to do certain things, I didn't have to. I just did the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, even if it didn't have nothing to do with business. If I wanted to go somewhere, it wasn't. You shouldn't go to that place. Or why are you fucking with this person? Why is that? I don't know why you feel that way, but nigga, I'm cool with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that like I feel like that just mentally, I'm getting stronger back. I'm starting to get back into Paul. I'm starting to get high strung. You know what I'm saying? There's two sides of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People make fun of it all the time at Bentley's and say, oh, Paul's different. And High Strung's an arrogant, cocky motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it is two sides to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm starting to mesh both of them back to where I want them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that mentally I'm at a 7 with that. You know what I'm saying? And it don't always have to do with people too. You know, I have 2 daughters, 2 beautiful daughters. Right. And one of my daughters is super sensitive. You know what I'm saying? The other one is just a whole thug. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm learning that, that as a man that has daughters, I had to get in touch with my emotion to be able to tap into their emotion. Right. When my daughter says things like, "Dad, you hurt my feelings," I have to really assess that I have to get in touch with myself. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be like, man, I ain't even just doing too much. But she not doing too much. That was just her expressing herself, saying like, bro, you need to recognize that I do have feelings, and everybody don't deal with their feelings the same way you deal with them. Mm-hmm. And if you hurt my feelings, you owe me some type of justice to make me feel better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially them being my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like with a grown ass person, I may not care.
Yeah. With my wife, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that because me and my wife grew up 2 totally different ways. Yeah. With the kids, I guess parents typically raise their kids the way that they was raised. Mm-hmm. I didn't get a lot of whoopings when I was little. Yeah. I learned quick that that's not for me. I learned quick. Nah, quick. Like if my mama got heavy hands, nah, this shit ain't cool. That shit is not good at all. My sister, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe she had a whooping fetish. She was getting so many. She eclipsed me by so many by whoopings. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, there's no way this is enjoyable. But like you say, I gotta. So my twins. There's no way this is enjoyable. Yeah. Bro, you funny as hell. I got a daughter and I got a son. They're twins, right? I haven't whooped my kids in years because I found that sometimes talking to them is solves more solutions than not. You know what I'm saying? Of course, now they're at an age to where I'm just taking shit now. Like, oh, okay, I got an email saying you got a low score on your assignment. Hand me that phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, But as far as like whooping them, like physically whooping them with a belt and stuff like that, I haven't did that in a while. And I had to do that same thing what you were saying about the feelings and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, my son is different. Mm-hmm. My son hurt his knee and stuff like that. I'm like, I mean, you good, man? Come on, walk it off. You good? My daughter, she does it. I'm like, come here, let me see. Yeah. I got a 2-year-old. He is the complete opposite of both of them. He's the thug. Yeah. My youngest is the thug too. He don't get no shit. She 5. I'll whoop him. I'll pop him. Boom. He'll say. Well, I say, his name is Sir Ari. So I say, Ari, it's time to get in the bed. It ain't time to get in the bed. Yeah. I'm like, oh. That's how my youngest is. She do that same thing, man. 5 years old, and she just don't have no feelings for it, nothing. Like she just don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thug. Like just be like her reaction to everything is. Yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. I'll just take off running. That's what my son do.
Like she'd be like, can I have a snack? I'll be like, nah, because you got to eat dinner. And every time I give you a snack, you don't be wanting to eat dinner. Okay. I go away. Hey, you in there eating? And she in there with a bag of chips. I said no.
Okay.
I'm like, hey,
it's done though.
You testing my gangster right now.
Yeah, man. Being a dad, man, is it's great, man. I don't know how. I don't want to get into it, but I don't know how dudes is not in their kids' life, man. Being a father, man, is especially not having your dad, or not having my dad, but that's common, Big facts. I don't see how you can repeat that. You know what I'm saying? The way that you felt, now you gotta have a whole kid and have them feel the same way. That's just irresponsible. Everybody's situation is different. You know what I'm saying? So you say a 7. That's cool. I always say people that's a 10. That concerns me still. If you're a 1 or a 10, I'm concerned either one. There's no way you should be a 10.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Like, you can't
at least not the people I'm interviewing. Yeah. If I interview shit, my favorite artist is Chameleon, right? So if I interview Chameleon and he'll say, "Oh yeah, I mean, I'm like a 9.5 or 10," I'll be like, I can see it.
I can make sense.
I can make sense. You know, you can kind of fix whatever's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm interviewing somebody regularly, be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a 10," be like, "Why?"
If somebody too goddamn happy, it concerns me. Like, what is going on?
There's a lot of shit going on. You too happy.
Like I done met people like that, like in drive-thrus, like, man, how you doing, bro? I met a dude, man. We met a dude named Joshua at Bentley's this weekend. This nigga, bro, his energy was so fucking amazing. I'm a bit concerned though, because the nigga was super excited and he didn't know me at all. Like, he was like, man, what's up? Hey man, let me tell you something. Hey, life is good, baby. Life is good. Let me tell you something. He was like super hype and we was like, what the fuck? And like, I mean, but I couldn't stop talking to him. Because I'm like, this nigga is so high and off life right now. And then she had just told him my name. He was like, oh yeah, High Strong, yeah, what's up, baby? High Strong. And she was like, you know High Strong? And he was like, no, but you just told me his name. Like, that's how excited this nigga was, bro.
Nah, he had a good mushroom or something.
Bro, I don't know. And he was like he told us he was in real estate. I learned about his brothers. I just like, and this is all.
Oh, see, I've met people like that before.
But this is all of not even asking questions.
Oh, he's just talking.
He's just talking. This is all in his conversation. Like, yeah, I got 3 brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to motivate them too, cause you know they went through the system, and you know, but I'm different. I'm talking. I'm gonna have a Ferrari, baby. I'm gonna have a Lambo. I'm gonna have all of it. I'm gonna have a big mansion. Like, that's how this nigga was talking to me, and I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this nigga. Like, I'm like,
he was feeling good. He was
like,
good.
you were something else, my guy.
That's some good energy to be around,
bro. That's what I told him.
Like, what's crazy is that he might be there. That might just be him, or that might be his way
to cover up the pain.
A lot of people that's the ones that's funny, laughing all the time, them be the ones that's going through the most shit. You
look at niggas like Robin Williams.
Yeah,
like you would have never thought.
You would have never thought that, man.
But that's just because you know what I'm saying. Some people hide I've done it. I've hid behind a smile all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Ooh. Because I feel like they're like, I got into partying and I just felt like that, like, actual partying, like drinking. Like, cause I know partying means something different to some people. Like, oh, you party? Like, nah, nigga, I don't party.
You
like,
party?
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, brother, not that.
But I'm saying just getting into like liquor. You know what I'm saying? Things that will cover. Mask it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you get by yourself, man, you know what I mean? It was hard for me I was out all the time because it was hard for me to sit in my apartment and be trapped within my own thoughts. Mm-hmm. Like that's worse than prison.
The idle mind.
Whoa.
Especially like what you were saying. I want you to touch on it.
Right.
You were saying you learn how to meditate.
Right. I'm learning.
I think that's also very beneficial because off camera we was talking about health and stuff like that. I think meditating and it's so I know it's meditating, and then it's another one that they use. One is they'll say one is you talking to God, and then one is you listening to God, and then the other one is you executing what y'all talked about.
Right.
So I think a lot of times when we don't want to sit by ourselves, we kind of lose that purpose of what we're supposed to really be doing because we're not giving our time. We're not giving our whatever source you have or higher power you have. You're not giving that time to actually sit down and have a conversation with you because you drowning it out with the alcohol or you smoking constantly. Mm-hmm. I'm worried about people that can't operate when they're not high. Mm-hmm. I'm genuinely worried because why can't you operate in reality? Yeah. And they be like, well, maybe when I'm high, I'm operating in reality. No, you're not. You high. Imagine somebody drunk saying the same thing. Yeah. Well, shit. When I'm drunk, I see the world how it is. No, you sloppy. You falling over shit. You throwing up. Yeah. No, that's not it, man. Yeah. When you be able to not have anything in your system and you focusing at a certain level, and it has to do with diet and shit too. You start seeing things that you normally wouldn't see when you out partying. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think when you in that realm or that environment of like partying and stuff like that, the only realness that you see is that when you Well, I used to do it though. If I'm like super drunk and I just sit back and I be like, and then I just like look, I could be like, damn, I'm fucked up. You know, the realization of that when you sober and you in those same environments, you be like, this shit is, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the dude. His name is Yaki Awaken. Black dude.
With dreads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he talks a lot about health. He was on the 85 South show.
Yeah.
And he was giving them game on some shit. And they was on there cracking jokes. Boom, 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 going left and right. But they high. So he was saying to the sober, me being sober, looking at y'all look crazy. But they laughing so hard they didn't even realize he's saying this.
Yeah.
And he's like he's laughing along with him, but he's laughing at the fact that the way y'all looking to him right now versus laughing with y'all.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times we do have to disconnect from people in our environment and meditate.
Yeah. And
you know, a lot of times we don't know about ourselves.
Right.
We don't even know what people tell us about ourselves.
Yeah.
Just like the zodiac signs. Like, motherfuckers blame their whole shit on zodiac signs. Like, no, you just a fucked up person.
You just a fucked up person.
I hate people that be like, well, you know, my attitude is like this because I'm a Scorpio. No, you just fucked up. Man, quit blaming that shit on that. I know some Scorpios that don't do none of the shit you're doing. You just fucked up. You just a fucked up person.
I'm gonna use the shit out of that when I'm doing these. Like, no, you just a fucked up person,
Just a fucked up individual.
That
man.
shit funny as hell.
But I think, back to what you were saying about meditating, I do, and I wish you the best on that journey too, because that's a whole different journey too, and you know what I'm saying. I think that'll also help you.
It's challenging as hell because it's
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really gotta. It's hard to quiet your thoughts, especially when you constantly thinking. Like my thoughts be so fucking random. I could think about soccer. I don't even play soccer. Then I could turn around and think about murder. Like you know, and I would never do that shit. But I'm saying that like that shit's what's in my head. I be thinking the most random shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like to try to like really tap into like, cause you're always gonna do that. You're always gonna think random shit. You can't quiet your brain completely quiet.
No.
But you can channel it to what you want to concentrate on and what you want to think about and be able to harness those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And be able to basically organize them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to think about this. Like I would pray to God, and then like I would just start thinking random shit. You know what I'm saying? While I'm trying to pray, and then I forget to say amen. And just go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's just how my brain works.
That's like getting a hard on in church. You're like, wow, why am I getting a hard on in church?
Facts. That's a great example. I didn't think about.
You're like, I'm in here in a sanctuary. We talking about God, Jesus, and what He did for us, and I got a whole boner.
But then, like when a woman with a fat ass walk in church, you be like, oh, well, thank God.
Yeah. So
So I'm saying it's crazy.
The mind, man. The mind is strong.
The mind is crazy.
It can manifest a lot of things.
But
man.
Jesus know my heart.
Yeah, He didn't give me this boner for nothing.
I know who I'm not going to church because we both gonna be clowning. I can't.
Hey man, you seen green dress? Man, green dress, nigga.
Bruh.
Nah, man, but yeah, that's his. You know, that's my mind though. I ain't saying that's his mind. Everybody, this is LiveAt5ive's personal thoughts.
Hey man,
it's not reflected on the person I'm interviewing. But every man, if you ask any man that's been going to church, that nigga's got a boner in church before. So just letting y'all know that. I don't know about women, you know. I can't speak on women, but
I know what y'all be on.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all be on. But
funny.
So before I let you go, man, you said you got an upcoming project, man. What can we expect on this?
Yeah, man, I'm excited about this project, man. This project is called Rose from the Concrete. You know what I'm saying? And it's you know, if you listen to my last album, it was called Life. Every album that I drop has a meaning behind it, and life was LYFE for live your freedom every day. You know what I'm saying? This one is Rose from the Concrete. I just love that saying. I actually didn't even know that Tupac discovered that, or he was the one that made that.
Oh, for real? That saying?
Yeah, that saying.
Oh, okay.
I never knew that. Somebody had told me as I came up with the name for the album. It had nothing to do with Tupac. Because some people be like, oh, you got that from Pac? I'm like, nah, I didn't. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until people started telling me that I looked it up. But I basically rose from the concrete, man. I feel like that, like it's a certain plateau or stage in your career. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. I take a lot of pride in San Antonio, and I feel like that. Like if you see a field of roses right now, and I put like a black dot on one of those roses from like a marker, and I told you to step back and figure out where to mark at, you couldn't tell me, because all that shit, it's hard to really notice that. Your eyes going, you know what I'm saying? But if you see a rose that grew from the concrete out here, you can see that shit a mile away. Yeah. Like, damn, that shit is, what is that red thing? And as you get closer, you be like, this shit is growing out the concrete. And I feel like that, like, there's 100,000 people in different industries, you know what I'm saying? And you may, like, in like the NBA, for instance, like you see thousands of players, but we know Steph Curry, we know LeBron. You don't know every player's name, though. You don't know the nigga sitting on the bench that's waving the towels and that's getting live every time a nigga dunk. We don't know all the niggas' names, you know what I'm saying? But they're in that industry, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that when it comes to San Antonio, I've become a rose from the concrete. I've become one of those ones that it's like, we know him. Special. He does music, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that it's an inspiring title for the album, and I feel like that other people should strive to become a rose. You know what I'm saying? I think that everybody should, no matter what you do in your field, if you're a nurse, then be one of the best motherfucking nurses you can be. And the album is just incredible, man. It's
any features?
Oh yeah, got a lot of features, man.
You don't have to drop no names. I was just asking.
Yeah. I got some dope features though. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of artists that I respect out here. There's a lot of other artists that I wish I could have worked with. You know what I'm saying? You gonna trip when you hear about how many tracks I got in this motherfucker. I got 28 tracks on here.
Is it we'll consider a double?
Nah, it's actually just one. You know how they like, it's hard to say because we don't have the CDs no more. So they just put 28 tracks on there. It's like not even no bonuses really. It's just straight 28. But
I think just had one like that. Cheddar.
Yeah.
38 Summers.
Oh yeah. I'm on that album.
38 Summers.
I'm on that album. 38 Summers. He got like the Matrix thing going.
Yeah.
We got a song on there called Dreams and Reality. One of my favorite collabs I've ever done.
Shout out to Cheddar. Cheddar is a dope artist. Take his music very serious.
Nah, he's super dope, man. I went to his house in Atlanta. Okay. When I was in Atlanta, we sat down with him, and that was the first time that I got a chance to really get to know him, and he got to know me. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just like, man, like, you so much different than what I thought you was. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, what I love about you is you don't pretend to be something that you're not. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you didn't come in my house feeling like you had to be this hard-ass thug to impress me. He's like, some niggas, because I'm Cheddar, they feel like they got to talk about they tough boy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, man, I just like, but it's certain artists like Cheddar that I've always wanted that respect, if I'm being honest, from this city. You know what I'm saying? Like the collabs and the people that I'm working with now was people that when I was coming, trying to do whatever I was doing in the tone and grind, I wanted that recognition. I wanted that Kylie recognition. I wanted that Sosa. I wanted that Cheddar. I wanted that, you know what I'm saying? And I think when I stopped caring, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that they didn't give it to me, because I've done collabs with all these people, and, and they are super dope. But I think that when I stopped caring, that's when I started to get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I like when, because a lot of artists struggle with it, but I like when our artists, especially when we together, when we collab with each other and put our great music, because I think it speaks volume to the narrative that San Antonio artists can't do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we always say, you know, music is competitive and stuff like that. But I also think if you can pick an artist, because I think certain artists don't mix. So I think two artists can make a song and it might not fit because of the styles. You know, styles make fights, what they say. So I think like with you and Cheddar, I'm gonna have to go and actually check that song out, because I think that would be dope. Just knowing what kind of music you make, and then what kind of music that he's involved into making. You know what I'm saying? Because he got some dope tracks on there. I was listening to it when I was driving trucks, but I didn't get a chance to hear the whole, like, go through the whole track list, which I usually try to do. But I think certain artists with each other, especially within the city, I think certain artists make the song better than what it could have been if two people that didn't match but the same exact song. But if you and him don't match as far as like the message that you're putting out, it could be the same artist or whatever, but you like,
Yeah.
what he's saying is dope, but you know.
It was dope how it was too, because he gave me an opportunity. That's why I went to his crib, because he gave me an opportunity to listen to what he felt that I wanted to be on.
Right.
So he was just running through the tracks and he was letting me know what he had open. And I think it's just the space that I was at that time. I wanted to be on some more like heartfelt, real shit. I really wasn't up for the partying type vibe and all that shit. And I ended up hearing that record, bro, and picking it. And that to me is probably one of the most dopest, heartfelt. Like the song is called Dreams and Reality, and it's really about him moving to Atlanta and seeing his mama cry when he had to leave. And it's just crazy how he like really broke down that record. You know what I'm saying? Then I talked about like situations of, you know, with my mama and certain things. So you're gonna love the record, man. It's a really dope record. The beat is fire.
Yeah, he got a nice beat selection too.
Sure.
I believe for the Life project, wasn't that at the club on Broadway? Didn't you do like a show or something, right?
Yeah. I did a concert. That was
concert, yeah.
Concert,
okay, yeah. Because me and Blue had pulled up there, and I got a chance to see you do and bring your mom up on stage, right, and stuff like that. So that's dope to me. I don't care what nobody say, man. Everybody knows once a young man get a chance to, man, he gonna shine. The mom is about to shine. Yeah. And for you to put that on stage and give thanks and give her flowers, which I commend, because the way that people are passing now, a lot of us, not me, but a lot of just us in general, we're not allowed to give our elders their flowers, because they leaving or we leaving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We leaving quicker now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's real.
I think it's important. That's another reason why I decided to start doing interviews like this, is because I can easily do interviews, try to get interviews with people that's blown up already, like I said, with the reaction videos. But if I can get a platform to where I can get some exposure to my city, it's gonna only benefit me more. But also, I'm shedding a light on y'all from a different aspect, because a lot of the people that y'all might interview, like from, if you was to go, like I seen you do the interview Sway, right? Yeah. So me and him will have two different interviews, right? Because what you talking about as far as San Antonio, I can because I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I'm doing my just due on putting the light on the artists here that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to just interviewing any artist, but the ones that I'm hitting you up, I fuck with your music. But I fuck with you in general. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you do music or real estate or whatever, I just fuck with you in general. So after I interviewed Kevin McGee, I was like, I gotta get HIGHSTRUNG on here. Yeah. Because I got him lined up next. Yeah. What else I got for you? One question I asked. Yeah. So you remember the whole Kanye West situation and Kyrie Irving, what they was going through? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anytime somebody stand on something, you know, it's always consequences behind it, regardless of what you stand for. So what is something that you believe in that you're willing to suffer the consequences for behind that belief?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And it's no wrong question. So just to give you an example, we had somebody say that unsweet tea is the best kind of tea.
Oh, okay.
So it don't have to be.
It could be some.
Yeah. But some people got, you know, my kids, or some people got, you know, my wife or whatever. But
I mean, kids is a given, so I don't want to say that, because you should stand on that. You know what I'm saying? That should have to be a choice. But I mean, for me, shit, man. Damn, that's a hell of a question, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather just. I'm gonna say, for me, I stand on my integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stand on just what you said right now. Like, whatever I believe, right? My morals, whatever I stand on. Anything that come out of my mouth, I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know that how I said it, maybe not how you interpreted it, or maybe you didn't like the way I said it, but I meant every word that I said. Right. And I stand on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I stand on being the artist that I am and the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to conform. I don't go into a room and try to conform into into what I feel people want me to be in that room.
Right.
Like, you either fucking with me or you not, and I stand on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that just, I was cool with them and then they don't like me for whatever reason. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like, I don't care to know or understand the reason why you don't know more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I stand on, like, I don't care what, you know, the hearsay, the nearsay. Like, I don't get into that no more. You know what I'm saying? That used to make me angry and upset when I'd be like, well, where'd you hear this from?
Right.
But now it's like, I don't care what you heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I stand on that. Like, you know what I mean? I am who I am. I'm going to be who I am tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing that I can do about it, and there's nothing that I'm not going to break my back trying to change your opinion and view on me. Whether, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, if you hear something about me, believe them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Believe them. Because... You know what I'm saying? If you gotta think about it, I'm not gonna battle with that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody take.
All right, so shout outs, man. You got any shout outs? Oh, to what you said, I think a good saying that I heard was Kevin Gates. Yeah. He said, "I am who I am, and I can't be who I'm not."
Yeah.
I think that's a dope saying, because a lot of people want you to be who they want you to be. Yeah. But that's just not who I am, so I can't be it. I think that's in friendships and relationships. And
Jay-Z said one too. He said, "Where you are, there you are." Yeah. So, like, basically, like, niggas think that getting money and all this shit gonna change what we still view about you. Where you are, definitely, there you are. So if you was lame before you had $1 million,
you gonna be lame with $1 million.
There you are.
Lame ass millionaire.
Where you are is there you are. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of them.
So I feel that.
There's a lot of thousandaires, lame thousandaires too.
Man, for real.
In the city, but I ain't gonna say no names. Yeah. So any shout outs, man? You got any shout outs you wanna get in?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to the whole entire Fly Zone team. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? If you support me in any kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to platforms like this, LiveAt5ive. You know what I'm saying? Who constantly giving us a platform to be able to actually say our piece. I feel like a lot of podcasts don't really fucking let you give your piece. They cover your shit with questions, and then they, you know what I'm saying? This has been a great experience. So definitely shout out to you, man, for having this type of platform and giving us a voice like that. You know what I'm saying? And just yeah, man, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, out there doing their thing, for real. I salute everybody that, you know what I mean? For sure.
Appreciate it, man.
And shout out to my manager, man. Shout out to Secret. I said Fly Zone, but shout out to Secret, man. She really got my back.
She do, man. I don't know if y'all don't see what was happening off camera, man. This man, she really cares about him, man. She didn't gave him some Blue Chew. She gave him not bullshitting.
Oh shit.
You could tell, man, she really looking out for him and stuff like that. So, man, get you somebody that's in your corner, man. That's really in your corner. You know, I don't know where y'all gonna find them. Good friends. It's hard to find, man. Especially nowadays with social media. You know, it's just it's crazy, man. I can't even get into all of it. But I'm gonna give me a couple shout outs. Shout out to my Well You Ass podcast team, man, Blue and T1. Shout out to everybody who support me, LiveAt5ive Studios, man. If you don't support me, man, fuck you. But you know, I sure love everybody, man. I ain't got no problem with nobody, man. If you want to get an interview, man, hit me up on my IG, on TikTok, on Facebook, on anywhere, man, that you can find LiveAt5ive on. Inbox me, man. We can set something up. I don't charge for interviews. This is free publicity, man. But eventually, you know, you're gonna have to come with something. Hey. But you might as well get it in while you can, you know what I'm saying?
Price goes up.
Yeah, you know. Who else, man? Shout out to my mom, my sister. Shout out to my wife and the kids, man. Special shout out to my wife. We just celebrated 14 years, man, marriage. Hey, 19 together, man. So, yeah, man, it's been a long road. She got my back in every way, man. LiveAt5ive wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for her in my corner. So, shout out to my wife. Yeah, man, just shout out everybody, man. That's about it for me, man. Yeah, man, this is your boy D, aka, man, Mr. LiveAt5ive himself. LiveAt5ive Studios, man, and we out.